Man, this house is really a great steal. I can't believe you got it for so cheap.
I know, man, and there's only like 6 ghosts in the attic, so really it all balances out.
Yeah. Hey, what's this?
Oh, yeah.
In this home, we do real, we do second chances, we do hugs, we do I'm sorries, we do family, we do love. That's nice.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things my wife found. She just fell in love with it. It's like, you know, our family rules or whatever.
You know what? We actually have one just like that in my house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it says a few different things. In fact, I have a picture of it right here on my phone, as I do with all of my household items.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
It says, in this house, we do guilt trips. We do the silent treatment. We do passive aggressive. We do sarcasm. We do pushing each other's buttons because it's fun. We do, don't make me come back there. We do uncomfortably silent family dinners. We do family.
Wow. Man, that's wonderful. It's like perfectly fitting for you guys. I love it. That's what
Hey, you guys got me thinking that maybe me and my wife should sit down and come up with our own set of family rules, you know? And I'm just gonna spitball some off the top of my head if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
You know? In this house, we do nervous laughter to avoid confrontation. We do cutting remarks behind each other's backs. We do temper tantrums. We do backhanded compliments. We do grudges. We do bowls go on the top shelf of the dishwasher. How many times do I have to say that? You kids know how I feel about this and you deliberately disobey me anyway. We do family.
Wow, man, that is powerful stuff. And you know, I love the idea of just like actually getting it in writing, just so that, you know, everyone knows where everyone's at.
I agree.
Knock, knock. Hi, I'm your new neighbor, and I was just passing by, peeking in the windows like I do from time to time, and couldn't help but overhearing you fellas talking about your family values and wondered if I could share mine with you.
Yeah, man, join in on the fun.
Great. In this house, we do insults muttered under someone's breath. We do overreactions to harmless comments. We do quiet boiling anger below the surface of a fake smile. We do, I don't want to go to Grandma's house, it's boring. Oh, you're going to Grandma's house and you're going to like it. We do arguments in the middle of Walmart at 3 a.m. in the morning. We do, stop crying, you're making a scene, Cheryl. We do family.
And that's great. That's great. You know, you guys got me thinking now, and I'm thinking maybe I need to change ours up a little bit, make it a little more accurate to how we actually live.
Oh, that reminds me. There's one more family value that I forgot to share.
Yeah, what is it?
In this house, we distract people while we rob them blind. Yoinks! Later, suckers!
So those are some pretty bad rules for relationships, don't you think? Well, today we're continuing in a series where we're learning to get rid of our old rules for relationships and to learn a new set of rules for relationships from Jesus. We learned last week that the goal of our relationships isn't for other people to make us happy. In fact, other people were never meant to be the source of our happiness and joy. God was. And so we should put following Him and obeying Him as our main goal. We said that this is what holiness is, and that holiness, meaning fully following Jesus in every moment, is the goal of every relationship in our lives. Well, today we're going to look at another new rule for relationships from Jesus, and it's all about putting other people before us. In fact, this is one of the 2 biggest commands of the Bible. One time Jesus was asked, out of all the commands in the Bible, which is the most important? And He said, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. This is the one we learned last week. In our lives, God should be the most important thing to us. We should love Him and follow His commands with everything in our lives. This is the most important command. But there's a second. Jesus says, a second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. Just as much as you love yourself and you think about taking care of yourself and getting what you want, you should do that for other people in your life. Love your neighbor, your classmate, the person in your school lunchroom, your mom, your dad, your annoying little brother and sister, everyone in your life. You love them and you treat them not like they love you or in the way they treat you. You love them, you serve them, you treat them as you want to be treated. But they're so rude to me. Doesn't matter, you still serve them. But they're never going to be nice to me. Doesn't matter. Jesus says you be kind to them anyway, but they don't deserve it. And you didn't deserve Jesus dying for you, but He loved you enough to do it. See, that's the point. The old rule for relationships that we lived by was, I love those who love me. I'm nice to those who are nice to me. I put other people first if they will put me first. But this is Jesus' rule for relationship. submit to one another out of reverence for Christ, which means put others before you. Choose to not always win the argument or get your way. Let others get their way occasionally. Why? Well, because they deserve it? Because they'll do the same for me? No. Submit to one another out of reverence or out of respect for Christ. Out of respect for the fact that when you didn't deserve it, Jesus still submitted to you and died for you. You submit to others. Let someone go before you in line. Don't always get the last word in the argument. Let your little brother or sister get their way every so often. Because Jesus loved you enough to submit to you, you go and do the same. This is a new rule for relationships, and it's not about making you happy. It's about making you more like Jesus. So talk today in your groups about why we should put others before ourselves, and then we'll move on.